going on, you guys? It's your Huggable Hipster here, and welcome back to the Casual Nerd. Oh my god, I can't kneel down like that anymore. I'm getting too old for this. Freaking hell. My god. I'm 28-year-old, but my body feels like it's 40. I feel so hyped right now. I literally just got done watching a little bit of Slice and Rice. Such amazing YouTubers. If you guys know who they are, you guys are cool. That's it. I was about to say you guys are amazing, but my brain just then went to cool, so I was like, you guys are cool. So I just extended my desk. Actually, me and my dad just extended the desk. We just built an extension, which I already said. Ariel, wow, you need to get back into it. I didn't film videos for like almost 4 days. No, actually, literally 4 days. And my brain feels like it's forgetting how to do stuff. I need to turn my heater off. We're doing a Casual Nerd episode today. So what is this intro? We're going to be doing a Casual Nerd episode today. I hope you guys are ready because we got some stuffs. There is a new trailer. I actually originally wasn't going to do a trailer, but I found a trailer, you guys. I found the trailer. There's a new game that's going to be coming out. I'm so excited. Which, by the way, speaking of new games, on the 28th comes out The Medium. On the 11th of next month, February, comes out Little Nightmares 2 Special Edition box unboxing. Yay. Yippee-ki. What? So, it's a teaser trailer. It's 34 seconds long, but still, it's a trailer worth mentioning and worth reviewing. I don't care how long it is, alright? But still, the longer the trailer, sometimes not necessarily always the better. A common length for a trailer would necessarily be like maybe 55 seconds to a minute and a half, but we know some people out there who like to make longer trailers, so let's get into it. I'm ready. And this game is coming from Bethesda. I know you guys are having the same look on your face. Shut up. All right, let's go into it. I forgot to put on my glasses. Okay, that's better. Okay, apparently that's better. All right, I'm ready. Okay, 33 seconds. I'm in. Click. Bang. On the passport, Bethesda. I like that touch. It's the small things that count. Machine games. All right. Lucasfilm. Oh, I know. That's it? I want more. Give me more. Okay, seriously though, I like that. That's actually really cool. I like the fact that they have Lucasfilms on the camera over here, because that's actually a topic that we're going to be talking about today. I swear someone in the comments is going to be like, Ariel, what are you smoking today? You are so hyper. I'm just glad to be back recording. I didn't record for a few days. I feel my energy coming back. I'm ready. I'm with it. I get my mojo back, and sometimes I just need to take breaks for a little bit. Those breaks happen to be when I plan them, because I don't ever take breaks spontaneously. We all know this by now. So that was a trailer. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was a short trailer. But we all love Indiana Jones, right? I feel like the first and second Indiana Jones movies were the best. Okay? Don't come at me. But what really got me thinking about Indiana Jones, and what kind of ruined it for me, was that Big Bang Theory episode where basically the theory was brought upon that the emblem, the thing that Indiana Jones needs to take back from the museum. I haven't watched Indiana Jones in a while, okay? So please, I know I'm butchering this like crazy, but bear with me here. The thing that he's supposed to take and put back into the museum, that would have gotten there regardless. So Indiana Jones is kind of not necessary in any of the movies, when you think about it. I know, I just blew your guys' mind right now. The amulet, the diamond, whatever the frick it was that he was supposed to get back to the museum. Oh my god, so many of the Indiana Jones fans are gonna be like, what did you just say? It was not an amulet, ma'am. Okay? I haven't seen the movies in years. Don't come at me, alright? So just because I know some smartass in the comment section is gonna come at me because I haven't watched Indiana Jones at a dog's age, I looked up the plot just to refresh my memory, and it states here that an archaeologist tries to beat a band of Nazis to a unique religious relic. It was something, it was a relic. I didn't say relic, but it was something that he got. They're fun movies. I saw them, didn't really care for a lot of them. watched, like, the first two were my absolute favorites. I absolutely love the first two Indiana Jones movies. So next up in gaming news, we're gonna talk about some stuff, and I mean stuff. So do you guys know about that app called Parler, the really conservativist app that's going around? Actually, I remember my mom telling me you should get on that app. Ugh. It states here in the header of the article, Parler, Amazon to remove site from web hosting service. And also Apple and Google have removed the app as well. Big yikes. Now, it states here in the article that Amazon is removing free speech social network Parler from its hosting service for violating rules. If Parler fails to find a new web hosting service by Sunday evening, the entire network will go offline. Parler styles itself as an unbiased social media and has proved popular with people banned from Twitter. Amazon told Parler it had found 98 posts on the site that encouraged violence. Apple and Google have removed the app from their stores. Launched in 2018, Parler has proved particularly popular among supporters of U.S. President Donald Trump and right-wing conservatives. Such groups have frequently accused Twitter and Facebook of unfairly censoring their views. Mr. Trump himself is not a user. The platform already features several high-profile contributors following early bursts of growth in 2020. The Texas Senator Ted Cruz boasts 4.9 million followers on the platform, while Fox News host Sean Hannity has about 7 million. The move comes after Apple suspended Parler from its App Store. The suspension will remain in place for as long as the network continued to spread posts that incite violence, it said. I don't understand the world currently. We're in a pandemic. We're about to have a new president inaugurated into office very soon. And then we have this app that has hate speech. And actually a lot of the protesters who were rioting at Capitol Hill, which, by the way, I don't normally talk about politics. Actually, I don't ever talk about politics because I just find it very non-constructive to discuss at this point, because there was a saying that my mom always told me, it's like shut up and sing. Which basically refers to just shut up and do your job. Like, do the job that you're meant to do and don't talk about the things that you don't know what you're talking about. Which I agree with, but a lot of the time there needs to be a point at which you can talk about things. Even if you're not well versed in them, you need to talk about them to raise awareness, to bring more attention to something that might need attention brought to it, And it's one of those things of where, like, I'm not going to shut up about certain topics just because I'm not incredibly well versed in it. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Have you guys used Parler? Do you guys think that it's a promising website if used correctly? Like, what do you guys think about this? Next up in news, Microsoft dismantled a PS2 to help develop the first Xbox. Microsoft executives and game developers tell the story of how the original Xbox came to be and how the PS2 played a pivotal role in its creation. You see, Xbox is a gamist. States here in the article that when the PlayStation 2 was announced in 1999, I feel old. Sony claimed the console would redefine the computer world, and this didn't sit well with Microsoft executives, and the race to create the competitive console and win the war for the world's living rooms began. That was a tongue twister. Race to create a competitive console and win the war for the world's living rooms began. That is a tongue twister, my friends, okay? Microsoft was an expert in software development and knew it could create a console with more power than the PS2, but when it came to hardware, the company had to start from square one by dismantling a PS2. The original Xbox celebrates its 20th year anniversary in 2021, and the story of how it came to be is filled with just as much failure as successes. From the console's inception onward, higher-ups at Microsoft, such as Bill Gates, Robbie Bach, and Steve Ballmer, knew they needed to make a machine that would not only run games, but would be viable and attractive in a household setting. Hardware was never Microsoft's specialty. The caveman ancestor of the fast-selling Xbox Series X of today was actually a massive silver X that never saw its first test run. The heads of hardware, Robbie Bach and Ton Homdale, would have to redesign the concept to make something more aesthetically pleasing, and they started by taking an in-depth look at the inside of a PS2. Inspiration comes from so many different places. I'm so incredibly humbled to see that Xbox took its inspiration from PS2, and it's really kind of interesting because this article kind of makes it seem like, oh, it's War of the Worlds, it's clashing and butting heads. When in reality, they were just making a different console that would actually benefit everybody in the long run. You see, whenever you're making a console as superior as either a PS5 or an Xbox Series X, you need to take inspiration from somewhere. And back in the day, the only place to take inspiration from was Sony. Next up in gaming news, we have a 10-year study that has found no link between violent video games and violent behavior. What a shock. I'm so shocked by this. Can you guys see, like, shocked look on face? It's really so shocking. So it states here in the article that a new study has assessed the behavior of individuals over a 10-year period has found there's no link between playing violent video games and real-life violent behavior. 10-year study of the longitudinal growth of violent video games played in adolescence by Sarah M. Coyne and Laura Stockdale covered the individuals of varying ethnicities in a large northwestern city. The subjects were initially grouped into 3 tiers: high initial violence, 4%, who had played video games from a young age, and then moderate, 23%, and low, 73%. It states here in brackets, however, high initial violence and moderate groups showed a curvular pattern of violent video games to play across time, whereas low increasers group increased slightly in violent video games play across time. The high initial violence and moderate groups were more likely to be male, and those in the high initial group were more likely to be depressed at the initial wave. In other words, those in high and middle groups actually saw a decrease in violent play. In other words, those in high and middle groups saw a decrease in the violent play, but overall studies concluded that there was no difference in the prosocial behavior at the final time point across all 3 of the groups. Or to put it another way, the violence in video games did not affect the person's behavior in real life. Last year, the Oxford Internet Institute published one of the most definitive to date studies focusing on violence in video games and whether it makes teenagers violent in real life. Short answer, no it doesn't. But you already know that because if there were a link, we'd all be in prison. And we wouldn't have got annoyed by some person stealing a crown in Fall Guys and hacked up a grandma. That hasn't happened, or at least if it happened, they haven't found the body yet. There's one thing that I know about video games is that for some people who have really bad mental conditions, like the person who went to the movie theater and shot a lot of people, he took his inspiration from the Joker. Joker's main shtick, if you will, it's not in video games, it's in movies and comic books. Yes, he was a character who was added to video games, which there's no excuse for it at all, but people with more worsening mental states, who have chronic depression, who have very vulnerable mindsets, they are more at risk of doing something more harmful to someone else than a person who has a more stable mindset, obviously. A normal person might be someone who has high functioning anxiety and can do their 9-to-5 job really, really well, but crashes when they come home because they're just exhausted mentally. Someone who's not really high functioning and someone who actually needs clinical help is someone who might have a depressive bipolar disorder. There's a list of so many different things, and at the end of the day, normal can't even be a word that's used in the context anymore because of how normal it is now to seek guidance for mental conditions, to seek help, to seek so many amazing tools that are out there. We're more aware and more conscious of the things that are going on inside our brain, inside this corpus callosum. So no one is ever really normal, we just are. Next up in gaming news, kind of tying things back to the trailer that we saw earlier, Star Wars video games now live under the Lucasfilm Games umbrella. Say hello to Lucasfilm Games, new name for Disney's Star Wars video game projects. Lucasfilm now also releasing a Indiana Jones game, which I kind of see why they were doing the rebranding. I feel like this was just their moment to rev up because they're going to be releasing a new game. So it makes sense and it's good marketing. States here in the article that Lucasfilm has announced a change for the gaming projects. Going forward, the company's video game ambitions will live under Lucasfilm Games umbrella. Disney announced on the Star Wars website. This will be the catch-all name that is officially identified for all gaming titles for Lucasfilm, a name that encompasses the company's rich catalog of video games and eye toward the future. You will see rebranding with Twitter and Facebook, and those places you can expect to see breaking news and more directly to fans. There will be a new logo as well, which you can see below, and you can find on Twitter and everything like that. And of course, all of the links to not only this, but all of the articles that I discussed today will be down in the description below for your viewing pleasure, for your viewing capacity, if you will, so you guys can soak in all of that just gaming goodness with a, you know, French chef's kiss. But that is it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's a Tuesday, and this video is out on a Tuesday. I was originally supposed to post it tomorrow, but, you know, I honestly, like, I was having so much issues with trying to film this video that you guys are probably wondering, like, what happened? Where was the video yesterday? I decided to refilm it. Wasn't happy with it, you know. I don't know if any of my other YouTuber friends can relate to this, but like, you ever had that one video and you're just like, I am not happy with the way this is going, let's just scrap this entire ish, let's get it redone, let's do the, I don't care if it takes another day to do it, let's just refilm it and make it look good. Hence the other camera angles, hence why I want to do different special effects in this video. There's just a whole host of things I want to try diving into and really challenge myself as a video editor. But you guys, that is it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if y'all like my face and what I do, please be sure to stay tuned for more videos, subscribe, hit the bell if you like everything you see, that way you stay notified, and of course, stay casually nerdy. I'll see you all in tomorrow's video. Peace.